Streak goes on. Virginia Tech beats Virginia for 14th straight time. Charlottesville, Virginia Tech's players heard all week how this finally might be the year that Virginia, in the midst of a revival, would end an ignominious losing streak to its contentious in-state rival. The Hokies instead made sure the result was the same as the previous 13 games, leaving Virginia to wonder how much longer it must endure the anguish of finishing a distant second in the series. Controlling the line of scrimmage defensively, Virginia Tech celebrated a 10-0 triumph at Scott Stadium for its second shutout of the Cavaliers in the past 7 meetings. Virginia Tech, 9-3, 5-3 ACC, limited Virginia to 5 rushing yards and capturing its 14th consecutive Commonwealth Cup. Quarterback Josh Jackson connected with tight end Chris Cunningham for the game's only touchdown, and the Hokies amassed 345 yards of total offense, including 202 rushing. Jackson completed 14 of 21 passes for 143 yards, and running back Stephen Peoples added 71 yards on 22 carries in front of an announced crowd of 48,609. Virginia Tech has won 18 of 19 against Virginia. Its only loss in that span was 35-21 on November 29, 2003. Virginia lost its 3rd game in a row and for the 5th time in its past 6 to close the regular season. The last time the Cavaliers, 6-6-3-5, did not score was in a 38-0 loss to Virginia Tech in 2011. The Hokies went ahead by the final margin early in the 3rd quarter after securing their first turnover of the game when safety Reggie Floyd jarred the ball loose from running back Chris Sharp. Defensive end Houshan Gaines recovered, and Virginia Tech was in business at the Virginia 40-yard line. Jackson completed a 25-yard pass to wide receiver Hezekiah Grimsley on 1st down and ran for 7 yards on the next play. On 3rd and 3, Jackson delivered a strike to Cunningham in the back left of the end zone with 12:44 to go. Virginia Tech missed out on a chance to claim a commanding lead on its ensuing possession. The Hokies elected to go for it on 4th and 1 from the Virginia 36 and got Jackson gain 19 yards on a bootleg around the right side. But running back Deson Gleese lost 3 yards on 1st down, and circumstances worsened for the Hokies when center Eric Gallo snapped the ball well above Jackson's head. Jackson had not been expecting the snap at that point and did well simply to retreat hastily and dive on the ball at the Virginia 36. The first points in a mostly uneventful first half belonged to Virginia Tech on Brian Johnson's 30-yard field goal with 11:50 to go in the 2nd quarter. The sophomore place kicker has been filling in at times for senior stalwart Joey Sly, who is nursing a sore hamstring that kept him out of last week's 2014 win against Pittsburgh. A fumble by running back Jordan Ellis late in the 2nd quarter nearly cost Virginia precious field position, but the junior fell on the loose ball resulting from a balky exchange for a loss of 3 yards. Benkert's pass on 3rd and 13 fell incomplete, and Virginia punted for the 5th time. Officials called Virginia's Joe Spaziani for unnecessary roughness on the punt, and the Hokies took over at the Virginia 47 with 5:49 to play. 3 snaps later, Virginia cornerback Juan Thornhill collected an interception when he broke on Jackson's pass intended for wide receiver C.J. Carroll on an out pattern to the right sideline. It was the 4th interception season for Thornhill, setting up Virginia at its 41-yard line. The Cavaliers proceeded to embark on their most promising drive of the half, reaching the Virginia Tech 23-yard line in the closing seconds. On 3rd and 10, Benkert's pass to wide receiver Donnie Dowling came up 2 yards short of the 1st down marker, and A.J. Maillet entered to attempt his 11th field goal of the year. The freshman missed from 41 yards, and Virginia Tech ran out the final seconds of the half. The atmosphere leading to kickoff was the most energetic all season, particularly courtesy of Virginia supporters, who haven't had much cause for revelry over the past decade plus. But with the anticipation of perhaps ending the losing streak to Virginia Tech, they began tailgating early, packing the parking lot surrounding the stadium. Hokies fans also arrived en masse, but their cheers as Virginia Tech players ran onto the field soon became barely audible amid the chorus of boos from Cavaliers fans. Virginia players urged for even more noise following introductions of the seniors playing for the final time at home. Neither fan base had much to be excited about in the first quarter. The teams combined for just 6 first downs, although Virginia attempted multiple deep balls that wound up incomplete. The Hokies' play calling was far more conservative in an effort to establish the run.